Hello, everybody, and welcome to P-Town Progress Bulletin. Now, I got some sad news and a little good news. Um, Today, a week ago, Recycling Resources on the corner of Oak Avenue and West 2nd Street has closed its doors. Now, when I say it's a good thing and bad thing is, it was nice having a recycling center so close that I could just walk to and take my cans and bottles in. And then, that was the good thing. And plus, all these hooligans, homeless people we used to have hanging around in the alley and stuff. And they used to deal a lot of drugs over here in the corners. Thursdays and Fridays or, Saturdays, we used to hang out there. And it's like a ghost town over here. We used to have big trucks coming in and getting weighed in, semis would come in and get they had a weigh station also there. So trucks come in and get weighed and leave, and it's really quiet around here. I can't believe it. And then the homeless is just like vacated. So, and the sad news is, like I said, it's nice, but now I got to go over to somewhere else to take my cans. It's a little farther, but yeah, well, what can you say? But anyway, recycling sources. I just want to let you know because there has been people coming by and they look over there and it's closed. And I tell them, hey, they're closed, and they kind of get pissed off. I say, hey, I don't own the company. But yeah, they closed their doors. So pass the word if you're one person that would come down here and take your cans. I know there's a place up there on Cardenia's Market on Holt. Take your cans and bottles, but I'm going to have to look too for another place. So take my cans and bottles. So anyway, just want to give you a heads up on that. Recycling Resources has closed its doors. And I've been going to this place since I was a kid. Not there in the corner, but down further where his dad, Mike, took over the business from his dad, which ran it a little bit further down the street where that old wooden box car is at. That's where the old recycling resources used to be. And then when Mike took it over, he built what's on the corner now today. And I've been here for like 42 years. And Mike was already there in his business, going strong. So the family business has been there for, God, eons, man. 70 years, long time. So anyway, Mike's retiring and closing business. Okay, now let's move on to the next subject here on today's news. Now the next subject here that you see in the pictures, I've talked about before in previous videos. But when it gets hot out like we had, you're going to see fallen limbs like this. So I'm giving you a heads up. If there's a tree you like to park your car under, you might want to look up real close and see how those limbs are doing. Now I got a real close up on that part that broke, and you can see inside it was rotted. So you can't tell by just looking at the limb itself because the rot is inside. So maybe if you got a pole or something, like one of those tree trimmer poles or a pole that you can get a hold of that limb and give it a good tug, couple tugs to see how that thing's holding up. Because like I said, for some reason, I don't know what it is, these tree limbs have a habit of breaking off in this heat that we're going to be having here. I learned that when I was working for the tree crew back in the 70s at the city of Pomona. When I was on that CETA program. The tree trimmer, Dan, uh, told me, yeah, these limbs have a habit of just breaking when it gets hot like this. So I give you a heads up. I seen that this morning. I go, oh boy, better get on the news and let people know about if you have a favorite tree that you like to park the car under, you might want to check those limbs out really close. Because like I said, you can't see the rot from the outside, inside. So if you can get a hold of the limb, get a good shake and feel strong, well, you're in good shape. But still, you want to keep an eye on those limbs and especially around your house. if you got large limbs or hanging over your house, or near some sort of like aluminum structure or something, you want to think about really checking out your tree to make sure that it's okay and safety. And if you really can't see, maybe you can get a tree expert out there and say, hey, you go out there, does my tree look safe? Or maybe it's time to have your tree trimmed, bring it back down. Think about that. But anyway, just give me a heads up on the trees, how they snap with this heat wave and stuff. Okay, the next subject I've talked to a lot of people about, and they're pretty irate about it. So let's just move on to the next subject here. I'm irate. Okay, on my walk this morning downtown Pomona, I was at the corner of 3rd Street, no, excuse me, 4th Street and Main Street there, and I seen all these Athens trash trucks. I said, what's up with this? So I whipped out my camera and I started filming it. I don't know what the deal was. There was about 9 or 10 trash trucks all lined up going around the corner there on the 3rd Street, making a right going east, and then they were followed by that black pickup truck. Now, Athens, ever since I've talked to a lot of people, they're not happy with what the city of Pomona did by getting rid of our trash services here in Pomona. Now, with Athens now, I noticed with these apartments and businesses, they're all getting like blue and green containers like they never got before, because, they had one dumpster and that's where they threw all their trash in. Now, Athens come along and saying, well, if you got a dumpster, you also got to have a blue container and a green container. So you put your recyclables in, and then say if you got potato peels or lettuce or whatever, you put in the green instead of just putting it into the one big dumpster. And people are not happy because for one thing, they had this service shoved down their throat. They think they should have had a choice, and they should have had more voice into whether they want to keep their trash services or not. You know, government's good for saying, well, we know what's good for you. So they do these things to us, say, oh, it's great. You'll be doing fine down the road. But what I've heard going down the road, if we would have just kept the regular trash services, it would have been all fine and dandy because it all worked out equally, you know? So, I was thinking at one time running for mayor because I see this stuff going on, and that's one thing I would have put a stop to is getting rid of our city jobs. I would keep them here. And I also stated in other videos I made that I would bring back the park services, you know, like we used to have, tree services. It was a big mistake to get rid of what we had, and sell all our equipment off, and then hire these yahoos who just fly in and fly out and not really take care of our parks like we used to have to take care of. So, like I said, I was thinking about running for mayor, but it's a lot of work, and it seems like it would be a big battle with these council people to get the people or get our services back. But if I had the support of the people, the backing, I would, you know. So anyway, it's sad. I don't like this new trash services. They come in. and especially how they just shove it down our throats, saying this is what you're going to have, leave or like it, or well, you're just going to have to like it because there's no other trash services going around. I was even thinking of demonstrating against the city by taking some trash bags and throwing it out in front of City Hall. They said, I ain't gonna take. I'll just take my trash over to you. Let you worry about it. I don't want their services. You know. So anyway, yeah, it's a shame that the people did not have more of a voice. More like getting down to. They should have had more meetings about it because some people couldn't make the meetings. They should have got on Facebook Live or something, talked about it more because it's a big change. And jobs. I don't know. They said they're going to hire the people, but from the city of Pomona, but I don't know. I don't know how it could work out. We'll see. But anyway, I'm not happy with the new trash services. And you see what I seen this morning. I mean, they're just like they come in droves. I don't know what the deal was. I mean, they come and take over the city. So anyway, yeah, I just put this up because, like I said, I talked to a lot of people and they're not happy with it, and they just wish they would kept the old trash services that we had, our own trash services, city trash services. So I don't see why you couldn't. I don't know. Okay, that's it for P-Town Progress Bulletin. And remember where was that? So anyway, like always, folks, if anything should come up, I'll give back a horn and get back with you. And like always, folks, you take care and you take care of this one you love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.